listener, for still tuning in on Metropolitan International Community Service or MICS. That's a song by Yofi and Friends, Wae Wae O. That's the original soundtrack of SEA Games in 2011. And talking about sport, you know what, listener, that September 9 is commemorated as the National Sports Day. And to find out more about the day, about the view about sports in Indonesia, let's have a chit chat with an Indonesian athlete. We have Eri Marina Yo, who is already on the line. Hello, Eri. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon, Rahma.
Hello. How are you today, Eri?
It's great today.
Okay. And stay healthy, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So, just like I told our listener that September 9 is commemorated as the National Sports Day for you. So, we're wondering what is the meaning of the National Sports Day for an athlete from the eyes of Eri Marina Yo?
Hello, everyone. So I am Eri Marina Yo. I am national athlete of inline skates. I think National Sports Day, which is today, it's the day where the sports lover start to realize what is the importance of sports in their lives. That could be for their health or for their provision for their future in their life.
Okay, so how we define the importance of sport, yeah, because as we know that as Jakartans especially or other people living in big cities, we are not really concerned about doing sport because we are already too busy, too
Busy.
tired, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
This year, the theme of the National Sports Day is boosting the culture of sport for the great Indonesia. So what do you think about this theme?
I think there are a few important words in this sentence, which is great Indonesia means that we want to have the higher quality of Indonesian people. And boosting the culture means that we need to spread the cultures and the habit of sports. And I think that in the sports itself, there are so many characters that can be brought and highlighted to be a better Indonesian people, such as being competitive and then never give up, endurance, perseverance, sportivity. I think that's very important for the great Indonesia.
Okay, but you think how we can boost the culture of sport?
Uh, I think related with your previous comments
Yeah.
about Jakarta, because what happened in Jakarta is we cannot do anything and we are stuck in traffic. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's a great way if we can find such as a training partner or try to find a sports community or just a little small sports group and find friends, new friends, and then along with them by doing sports. And then you can get involved in the community, but in the same time, you also get the benefit from the sports. And you will feel it's like a lifestyle. It's not only doing sports, but you do it for intense time, but you stay healthy.
Okay, so finding friends or communities with the same interests, I think it's so interesting and important so that we are more motivated to do sport, especially in
Exactly.
a regular way. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
maybe it would be so hard to start all by ourselves. Could be.
Yeah, the starting is the hardest part.
And also maintain it.
Yeah.
Okay. But how do you think so far the efforts of the governments or the communities in Indonesia, especially in Jakarta, in boosting the culture of sport? Because as we know that now, at least we have car-free day, so that we all people are getting interested to do sport. Yeah. How do you think about it?
I think it's getting better and better. The sports community are growing, not only in specific sports, but we are talking, for example, I am from roller sports, but I saw a lot of people doing roller sports without community. They can do it for themselves in car free day. And then another activities such as running together or doing some exercise together. That's not even encouraged by the government. I mean, they form themselves by themselves without their government support, but they're growing, and the numbers are still increasing until now. I think for the future, it's not going to be only 1 year or 2 year lifestyle. It's going to be long lasting.
Okay, so it's about changing our mindset. Maybe if when it comes to sport, what comes through our mind is just, okay, so it will be so tiring, or I have not enough time for it. But like you said, let's make it a lifestyle. Like we have,
Like social activity. Yeah.
yes, like there is a bike to work community like that.
Yes. Yes. Bike to work, and then I think there's something called uh, freeletics, or I don't know, some group that doing exercising after their office hour, and
Mm.
then they just get along with each other, and then it's such a fun community. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I heard there is a community who runs in the evening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or at night.
Yeah, even at night.
Yeah.
Okay. So, in the commemoration of the National Sports Day, there is also the launching of the logo of Asian Games 2018 that will be hosted by Indonesia. So, in your opinion, what do you think about this role of Indonesia in hosting the sport event?
Hosting Asian Games 2018 is such important roles for Indonesia. I think there are 2 points here. First is how Indonesian athletes being ready to face the opponent from all across Asia, and then the second of all, the readiness of Indonesia as a country, as the host itself, how they can manage to organize the events perfectly, and then how to provide what is needed by the competition, by the athletes from all over Asia. So it's a very big task for Indonesia, I think.
Yeah, so let's get prepared. Let's be a very great host and
Hmm.
also great contingents. So let's
Yeah,
grab as many gold medals as possible as well.
yeah.
Okay, but you think how influential it is then for Indonesia's sport world, being a host of a very prestigious sport event in Asia?
Mm, I think Indonesia should be aware of this hosting thing because their quality as a human, as a person to serve other athletes who's coming from Asia is also will picture or will give visualization of other peoples about Indonesian, and then what is happening to Indonesian athletes itself to compete with other athletes. So we should be ready for that, and I think the love of the sports in Indonesia, they're supposed to be aware now about it, and I'm sure they're getting ready for it.
Okay, so still have 3 years to go. Let's get
Yeah,
prepared, get ready.
of course,
Not only in terms of its preparation as a host, like the infrastructure, the facilities, but also
exactly.
the athlete performance. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And then back to sports in Indonesia in general. So,
Hmm.
how do you see its development so far?
Mm, I think in general, many people in Indonesia love sports. They have so many objectives doing it for healthy, staying fit, or just for fun, for their lifestyles. And some others are doing it to be athletes. So I think in general, the sports is already big in Indonesia. But I want to talk a little bit more about the achievement of the athletes because now our flag, our country flag, maybe not really stand up there in the world. So the development should be taken care of by the government. And some sports are very popular, but some other unpopular sports, not many people know of that. So the awareness, the marketing, and the social awareness should be increased, I think.
Okay, so like synergy between the government and also the association of each sport. yeah, I
Yes.
think it's also important how to make it synergy. And then, how about the potential of sports in Indonesia to develop more? Like you said, some sports are popular, like football, of course, then badminton. But how about
Mm-hmm.
the potential of the other sport as well?
I think it's very potential. Looking at the number of Indonesian people is 250 million
Yeah.
people. So I think it's down to the development side, how the people or the association who's holding the each of the sports can socialize the sports to many areas in Indonesia, and then creating internal development such as local competition, and then the awareness of what is the benefit of these sports, what's the difference of other sports. So I think the potential is there. It's just how we benefit from it, because we have 35 provinces, and it means so many groups, and we can create competitions. So that should not be that hard.
Okay. So, how to maintain the athletes, I mean, maintain their performance and even increase the performance, and then how to seek more and more talent since they are really young, right, to prepare brighter athletes in the future. And talking
Yeah.
about athletes in Indonesia, so what do
Mm-hmm.
you think about them there? Yeah, we just talk about the achievement,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, how's about the regeneration perhaps, or yeah, whatever you would like to say.
Yeah. Me as an athlete itself from more than 20 years. So I think now being in this field, it's quite hard because we work with our physics. But for our lives, maybe we're not get paid uh, same as others who works with in the office, something like that. But the mindset is how we can get the biggest achievement, and then our national feelings to defend Indonesia, something like that. So the mindset should be different. But I think what's more important is the development itself. For example, what are you doing after you finish being an athlete? Are you going to stay on your hobby and then try to impact each other? Or you just live your life and then don't care about anyone else? So there should be a very balanced thinking about being an athlete, start being an athlete, and what are you doing after being an athlete.
Okay. Maybe we can take a look at some senior Indonesian badminton players that are already retired. They are still active in
Mm-hmm.
badminton world, but in a different way, like being a coach or even open, uh, like a place to learn more,
Yeah, and that's
practice
what I'm doing.
badminton. Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
you're
that's what I'm doing, right?
or selling goods or things, equipment for badminton. Yeah, maybe like you are doing now. Okay.
Yeah.
And talking about sport itself, in
Mhm.
your view, how important sport is? Is it only for our physical condition or how?
I think we can divide it into two sides. First is physical. For sure, by doing sports, we're gonna get we're gonna stay healthy, and then we're gonna stay fit. And then another one is in the mental side, because especially for competitive sports, I think it will train the character building for especially for the young people, for kids, how they know about competing with each other. They know about winning, about losing, or maybe for adults or teenagers, how they should never give up on doing sports. For example, you're running marathon for 1 hour or 2 hour, how you can keep you to stay run, and then not just walking. So I guess they're very important, especially when you applied it in your real life, because we will face so many challenges and obstacles, and there are so many points that doing sports we can have and we can use to live our life.
Okay. So it's beyond physical condition, yeah?
Of course, of
Okay.
course.
And if there are people who are still not really concerned about sport, or maybe they are not uh, doesn't want to concern, but they just don't have enough time. They find it hard to manage their time. So how to raise their awareness?
As I said in the beginning, I think the best way is to find friends or training partner or groups so you can do uh, like just social activity, but you're doing sports. Or maybe someone can try to encourage the organization or the office where they work to have some extra
Hmm.
activity, such as doing sports together after work, something like that, and then doing football, basketball, everything. But you can do it, make it social. If you do it by yourself, sometimes it's harder, yeah. But if you make it social, it should be easier.
Well, there is a will, there is a way. Okay. And Eri, final words, please. What would you like to say on the occasion of the National Sports Day 2015?
I think everything has been shared, but
Okay.
maybe related with the theme of the National Sports Day this year. I think it is quite easy when you try to impact yourself by doing sports for your health or for your mental. But now, when you want to boost it as a culture for Indonesian people, so how or what will you do to be meaningful to each other? What will you do to impact your society? What will you do to ask them to come on, let's go, let's do sports and create some concept that will make them happy with it, make it social, and then you will stay healthy and automatically, and you don't realize that hey, you're already doing sports with your friends and you're impacting the community. So I think that's it.
Okay, Eri, thank you very much for this chit chat. Really interesting on the National Sports Day. So happy National Sports Day to you, to all athletes around the world, especially Indonesia, of course, because this is the National Sports Day, and all sport lovers out there. And keep healthy and keep doing the best for sport world in Indonesia.
Yes, thank you, Rahma.
Have a good day. Bye bye.
The city crumbling around me. Can't seem to find my way, but I can see a bright light.